I've come on to do the final flip through of the mushroom journal again. I've done it once, but I did it with my microphone on, and it didn't pick up any sound at all. I don't know whether I'm not doing it right or what, but I had everything plugged in how it should be. I thought it was all charged up, but I just can't get my phone to detect the microphone, so I don't know whether it's broken or what. I may have to get a new one. Anyway, so we're doing it without the microphone. I hope you can hear me okay. Here is the final flip through of the mushroom journal. We've got the spine dangle done, we've got the bookmark done, everything's finished now. So let's have a closer look at the spine dangle. You can see it's pieces of fabric similar to what's in the journal already. There's some red ribbon because red is one of the main colours in here. We've got brown, we've got a little bird there, we've got little charms, we've got this which I've used throughout the journal on tags. We've got some green and we've got a little mushroom here. I love this so much. But if you get a journal and there's something about it that you don't like, change it, take it off. If you don't like that, take it off. On the front we have got this picture which I'm so thrilled with. I love it. I really love this picture here. It was a free picture, I think, on Google. So I printed it out, laminated it and glued it onto this hessian here. I then glued this lace on at the sides. We've used some of this brown lace in the journal. I've got 3 little grommets here. I love the grommets. I do. I like any excuse to use them. So I wanted to use those there. This is like a hardboard dragonfly. Yeah, so that, and then at the bottom here I've printed out the word journal and put a decorative background on it and stuck that there, and then we've got some decorative corners on the page too. It fastens up with this shabby chic tie. I'm saying it's shabby chic because it's got some of the distress oxide on it, and it's meant to look vintage, and it does look that, but it's nice and strong and it does tie it up nicely. So let's get started with this wonderful book. I love it so much. Here's the bookmark. I'm so thrilled with this bookmark that I'm going to make my own. There is a tutorial on everything, or most everything I've done in this journal. This is a pen holder, and at the top here we've got some paper clips to use throughout the journal if you would like to. So on the first pocket we have got some decorations along the bottom here, and inside I've popped some journaling cards. Over here we've got the magnificent bird. I love that so much. Every journal I've made so far has a magnificent bird in it. Whether I'll continue to do that or not, I don't know, but there is a tutorial on that. On the next page we have an envelope that I have glued to the page, and then inside I've popped some folded paper that can be journaled on. Over here we've got a piece of paper from this is from one of the kits that I bought on Etsy and downloaded. I've decorated the corners of all the pages that can be written on. This page has been very overzealously decorated. It's got everything on it. It's got stickers, it's got a word, it's got this lovely door. I love that door. It's got stenciling on the back of it, and it's even got stitching and fabric along the edge of it. It really is very overly decorated. On this page we've got a mushroom sticker here. We have an envelope that's just been clipped on with a paper clip, and inside there again is journaling. There's some 2 journaling cards in there, and I've also popped a little sticker on there too, so that can be moved wherever you want it. If you decide you don't want to cover up the music sheet, you can just take it off altogether. Now it doesn't want to go back on again. Here we have a doily. I've used doilies in the journal a few times because I just think they look so pretty. They look pretty, they look vintage. I've left one side blank to be either decorated, drawn on, written on, whatever you want. The other side I've decorated the shiny side of each doily. I love this picture here too. This is one of my favourite pictures from that kit that I downloaded. This side we've got a little, this was actually a journaling card that I glued down the side and across the bottom for a tuck spot, and in there I've popped a journaling card. But with all of my tuck spots there's room to put lots more. So that's that one. I've also used little page tags throughout. Some I've glued on, some I've popped on with a stapler. Here we've got a little flower that could be coloured in if desired. Over here we've got a little party bag that I bought from Shein. Bear in mind I've actually bought some of these since, and the ones I bought since, although they were more pretty colours, they were a lot smaller. This is a decorated, I've decorated the edge of it with ribbon. This is a bit of napkin. There's a big sticker there. There's some lace and a number, and it says magical at the bottom. We've got a notepad in there, so lots of journaling in that notepad. And then on the back I've taped some vellum down the sides and across the bottom to make another pocket, and in there we've got some journaling cards. And across the bottom I put stay positive. This is just a pretty page on its own. You could stick a photograph on there, you could do a colouring and stick it on there, you could do whatever you want. It's your journal to do with whatever you want. On here we've got a very sinister look at that hedgehog. Looks sinister to me. Look at his eyes, look at his eye, and look at his mouth. He looks very sinister to me, that hedgehog does. Then on this side we have a triple pocket tuck spot. So we've got a journaling card in the front there, we've got some longer ones in the middle pocket, and then at the back we've got a long homemade one with a tag on the top so you can actually see it's in there. Over the page we have a tuck spot with journaling things inside there. More of this beautiful paper. I absolutely love that journaling kit that I bought from Etsy. We've got a little bird here cut out of text from an old book, a sticker there. This is a stencil that I did of some green ivy. This is some pink lace, the same as is on our spine dangle. And I've used it as a belly band and popped that pretty journaling card in there. Over the page we've got some, I put this green down the sides, this is washi tape to match the green across the top. And then we've got a little mushroom there, and we've got a little mushroom there with green on it as well. We've got a decorated envelope here. It has text on it, a mushroom, a butterfly, a word, and some of the brown lace. On the other side it's got this bird which has been die cut. I love that bird. And then I put some text along the bottom there. And then inside we have some folded paper to journal on and some tags. Over the page we've got more stickers, more journaling space. We've got mushrooms there. We've got a tuck spot on this page. This one I just glued down the sides and across the bottom so that it was a double layer. I could put things in the back and in the pocket. Over the page we have a clipped on envelope again, and inside the envelope is more journaling things. We've got a mushroom here. We've got Daffy Down Dilly. I think this is part of Daffy Down Dilly. I've cut the edge of this page with some fancy scissors. We've got Hey Diddle Diddle. Love that, Hey Diddle Diddle. And then on this side we've got the rest of that nursery rhyme. If you didn't like this, literally you could just tear it out. If you tore that down the middle it would just come out. So, you know, it's your, if you get a journal with something and you don't like, just alter it. You have to be happy with your journal, that's what I think. And also, with this journal, I've tried to put lots of space to write on like you would in a book, pages to write on, and I've also put lots of space to write on that's hidden, so that you can do a combination of both, or you can just do the one you choose. For example, if you decided you didn't want to write on here, you could just put a picture or a photograph or a drawing or a painting on there. This is a stamped image which can be coloured in. It's some little mushrooms in the corner there. Here we've got that lovely page with chocolate on it, and then I've put some lace down the edge of there. On the other side of that we've got this little circular fold out. So you open it up like this. It opens up like a flower. This was from the kit too. And you can actually journal on the inside of there. So you could cover all this with journaling, and also I put little bits inside there that can be journaled on the back of. And then to close it, you make sure that one side always goes over. So that side goes over, the same on here, that side goes over, and the same on here, that side goes over. And then you just push it down and it's closed. On this side we've got another butterfly, more journaling space, more journaling space, a decorated pocket again. The beauty of nature never grows old. We have one of my homemade journaling cards in here. I really like these. I love these so much. They look vintage. All it is a book page. On the back of it I put a circle of journaling paper, white paper, just glued it on there, and then I've decorated the other side with things that match the journal, and I've given it a fancy edging. You can do that with fancy scissors. You don't even have to give it a fancy edging. Draw a swirly pattern around the edge if you want to. And I love that because it looks vintage. Really pleased with those, I am. And I have a tutorial for those too. On the other side of the envelope it says, "Be proud." I have some Japanese writing from a Japanese book there. Love that. In this little tuck spot I have popped a tag with some orange embroidery thread there. This is from the Antiquarian sticker book, which is my favourite. In this tuck spot here I've popped a little notebook. There's quite a few pages on there. One side of the paper is pretty and one side is white to be written on. So that's my little notebook in there. And then that is just a die cut of a leaf and a die cut of some flowers there. Over here we've got a cute little bird. Again, more journaling space, more pretty pictures. This one I like. It can be used for, say, a party you go to, a birthday, a shopping trip, anything, because you can flip it up and inside there's journaling. Oh, I'm holding it. Look, there's journaling space in there. Great big piece of paper that's folded into 4. And you can put your own things in there, like receipts, concert tickets. It's just entirely up to you. Over here we've got some pretty flowers and a stencil that I did. Here we have a little plant pot. Personally I would draw some flowers coming out of there, or a little plant. I love that. This is a stencil that I did, and when I did it my camera wasn't recording and it came out beautiful. Typical, isn't it? On this side of the junk mail envelope I've decorated it with a dragonfly, a little definition there of the word delight. Inside I've popped some journaling cards. That one shows through that window perfectly to show the little mushrooms, and then this one at the back gives plenty of room for journaling. There's a mushroom here that can be coloured in. More prettiness here, a little carnation on that side of the doily and plain again on the back. This music page I've left empty, but you could stick anything you wanted on there, photographs, pictures, anything you want. I've put some card on the top of it because it matched colour wise with the other things in the journal. I've popped that tag, that tuck spot onto there, and popped the tag inside that. More journaling space. This is a little altered paper clip that I've made, and then inside this envelope we have more. There are some journaling cards. I love these envelopes, they're so pretty, aren't they? So that's that one. Over the page we have this tuck spot, which has I've popped quite a large notebook in there. There's quite a few pages in that notebook, and it can be journaled in. It can be taken out of the journal altogether. You know, it's up to you. It's your journal. I think I'm going to just do that with a staple. That bit there doesn't seem to want to stay done, and it's annoying me, so just to make sure that stays done up, I've popped a few staples in there. This side was meant to be open, otherwise this book won't fit in there, and then I've popped puffball on the front there. We've got that lovely big picture from my antiquarian sticker book. On the first page of the next signature, we've got another one of my journaling cards that I love. We've got that great big journaling card at the back there. That is quite a big one. It's as big as the page, that is, and it can be journaled on the back of. I've got one of my favourite huge moths on the front of that pocket as well. Love these huge moths. Over here I've got a little mason jar that's been decorated and popped in that little tuck spot there, which is an embossed piece of green card. Then we've got another doily here, and when you flip this up, it has little tiny, they are printouts of seed packets, and they're white on the back. I folded them in half and popped them in there so that they can be journaled on the back of, if desired. You don't have to do any of this if you don't want to. So yeah, that's popped there, and then again plain on the other side for your own decoration or writing. I've got some fabric down here that I made a ruffle out of and glued on. Or did I stitch that on? I think I glued that on. Over here I've got another one of the party bags. It has been only glued on down the sides and the bottom. It's got a journal card in there. Inside the actual bag we've got some journal cards, and in the front I think we've got a notebook. Yeah, we've got a little notebook in there with pretty pages on it. So cute. And then that shows through that pocket. On here we've got a little charm that I made. I've just pinned that up onto the corner. That can easily be unpinned if people don't like it. Sometimes they get on people's nerves. I've got a little flower glued on there. I've got this. I love this. This is a piece from a colouring book that I cut out, glued onto the page, and it can be coloured in. And then inside the envelope I've got a journal card, and then on the back side I've got a little money envelope with a tag in there, and it says, "Life does not have to be perfect to be wonderful." I love that quote. Over here we have more decoration, more journaling space. More journaling space again. There is, like I say, there is a lot of journaling space in here. On here we've got a tuck, and inside the tuck I've popped that journal card. I haven't overfilled the pockets because I thought, well, then it leaves you space to put your own things in. I've decorated the edge of this page with that lovely, I love that. It's got a little bit of glitter on it. It's got like daisies on it, butterflies, and it's got the right colours that match the journal. I really liked that. Over here we've got a little feather. We've got another altered paper clip here, and I think I'm going to change it because I don't like the blue paper clip. Let's have a look in my altered paper clip thing and see if I can find another one that's not got a blue paper clip on it. Every time I've looked at that, it's annoyed me. So we really want one with either red, green, gold would probably be okay. It's not a very big one though, not blue. Gold would be okay. Got a hidden one there, and it's got a wax seal on it. I like that. Let's find the middle, which is there, and then we can just pop that on like that. Does it match okay colour wise? Yeah, it's got red, pink, it's got the, yeah, that's much better. I'm happier about that. I didn't like that blue, the blue paper clip showing. It was upsetting me, so we've altered that now and put that one on there, which is decorated on both sides. It's got a wooden butterfly, it's got some little net there, leaf, lovely. And yeah, in here it is an envelope with the flap over that side, and it's got journaling things inside it. More decoration. This is probably my favourite tuck spot in the whole book. I just fussy cut out this cluster of mushrooms, glued just the bottom of it to the page, and then tucked these journal cards in behind it, and then I put some red and white washi tape across the bottom. That matches the red and white here, it matches this on the bookmark, and it matches the red here. Love that. Over here we've got the mulberry bush. On this side we have a tuck spot. I glued the whole tuck spot down to the page this time and just popped 2 tags in the front of there. We have a little mason jar sticker there, a page tag. On this page we've got a horizontal belly band, and behind there I've popped a journaling card. On the next page we've got this little pocket, and inside there I've put a journaling card and a tag. We've got a little red rose there to match the red on here. More journaling space. We've got this pocket here which came with the kit. I printed it off, and then we had to cut this bit here out, and then you put the tag inside and the tag shows through the little window. More journaling space here. A little dragonfly, little red rose there, butterfly on that doily. On here we've got I printed it with black ink, and then I did the Distress Oxide tea dye on it. On the other side we've got Do Small Things with Great Love. We've got a big lovely red butterfly there. We've got a journaling card tucked in there, and there is room to put lots more things in there. We've got a little leaf there to colour if you wanted to. We've got that lovely picture. I love these so much. I would order that book again just to get more of these. I love them so much. Here we've got a little picture stuck in the corner. It's some mushrooms that I printed off. We've got a little tuck spot on this page with a journaling card inside. This doily has a doily in the middle of it because I thought it was just really pretty, and it fitted the middle of that doily so well. More journaling space there. In here we've got 2 tags. This is a piece of vellum that I've glued down the sides and the bottom, and then that's made a pocket to pop those tags in. On this side I've glued a little pocket down and put tags in there too. And then this is the last page of that signature, and it has a notebook inside it. Paper that I use to write the notes on is packing paper. I cut it into little squares and I stapled the front onto there like that and decorated it. This says Enchanting. I put some fabric along the bottom, a fabric ruffle which matches the cover of the journal, and then another one of my favourite moths on the front there. On the back of that page we've got this big fold out ephemera holder, you could call it, and it's got lots of bits in here. It's got tags, it's got little seed packet printouts, it's got little mason jars, lots of space in there to pop things if you wanted to. Then the start of the next signature has this big pocket on it there. It's got 2 big journaling cards in there, and then it's got a little belly band across there with that journaling card tucked in it. We've got a nice sticker on that. doily. Over here we've got this is a stencil that I did, and I cut it out and glued just the side and the bottom so that it would be a tuck spot. Glued that onto that envelope. On the other side of the envelope I popped that little pocket and with a tag in it, and then in the actual envelope we've got 2 sheets of paper that can be folded out and journaled on. More journaling space here. This one I really like. You just open that out and journal on there. You could paper clip something into here if you wanted to, but rather than make it into an envelope and put journaling things inside, I left it as a little fold out thing like that. Yeah, I thought that was a bit different. And then the flap of that goes on to the next page, and I've got some embossed card at the bottom here. It says shrooms on it with a little pink bird, and then inside is some journaling cards. Some of that lovely paper, really love that. Some pretty flowers there, and on the other side, this I really love. This is like a dressing table mat, like a vintage dressing table mat. I've glued that all around here with fabric glue and left the top open so I could pop some journaling cards in there. On this side we've got a map, or part of a map of Wiltshire. We've got this bird. This was actually printed out and then I cut around it and glued it onto there, and I dyed it with the tea stain. That came out so well. I'm so pleased with that. I love it. Then here we've got a colouring. If you decide you don't like the colouring, pop a picture over the top of it. You don't have to keep that in there. And that is a chemist. It's covering a chemist bag. So I've glued it down the whole side there, and then on this side I only glued the sides and the bottom of this card so that there's space in there to put a lot of journaling. There are a lot of journaling cards. There's folded paper in there. You could put quite a lot in there. And then another one of my favourite huge moths. Then we've got the middle of the signature with Daffy Down Dilly. We've got another one of my favourite floral rings there, and this is the other half of the chemist bag. Again, plenty of room to pop things in there. You could write on here what you've got in there. We've got more journaling space. We've got Sussex, part of Sussex there. On here we've got one of the pockets that I made. I made a pocket template out of a cappuccino box, and this is one of the pockets that I made from it, and it is an expanding pocket. It's got loads of room in there to put whatever you want to pop in it, and I did just pop in a couple of journaling cards in that. I'm really pleased with that. On here we've got some ruffled fabric that matches the cover. We've got that lovely gourd. I found that gourd sticker. I think it came in some Happy Mail or in a bundle that I bought. And then over here we've got another fold out bit, and on that I did clip some journaling cards onto that one. So you can journal onto the back of it here and onto those journal cards, and then fold it back up. And then on the other side I've glued the flap down to this page, which has got pretty flowers on it. This is some fabric I bought from Vinted. I cut it down to a size that would fit the page, sewed around the edge of it, and then glued it onto this page and popped some journaling cards inside. Over here I've got another garland of flowers there, some mushrooms there. We've got another decorated envelope here. On this side I've glued this beautiful piece of embossed card. I love that so much. And I've tucked some tags into there. I've put this journaling card inside the envelope, and the pretty red shows through the window there. Over here we've got a teeny tiny little envelope, and it even has some some writing paper inside it. Some tiny pieces of writing paper. On this pocket we have a lace belly band on the front, and then I've got this tag with a lace butterfly on the top which matches this lace. We've got some more tags. We've got another tag and a journaling card in there too. On the other side of that we've got a colouring page. This time I decided just to hold it on with a paper clip so that it can be taken off. You can take it off and colour it and put it back if you want to, or you can just take it off if you decide you don't want it there. On here we've got another fold out ephemera holder, and in there we've got some folded up pieces of paper in the back and little tags in the front. And then I've decorated them with these lovely flowers from my sticker book again. Over the page we've got a little bit of hidden journaling there. You could pop a paper clip on there to keep it held down. And then I've made it into a tuck spot there with some journaling cards in it. I've decorated the edge of this page with that floral tape. On the other side we've got pretty flowers. I've done a flower on there to match. This green matches that really well and the pink matches that. Then we've got more journaling space there. Here we've got a seed packet from some seeds we put in the garden. I kept the packet and just glued down the sides and across the bottom. I cut the back off it all together, and then I did show how I did that. And then I popped some tags inside there. We've got a corner piece here that's just glued down the side and across the bottom, and we've got some tags tucked in there. This is done with my homemade gesso, which there is a tutorial on, and I just cut it out into a square and popped it on there. More journaling space, more journaling space, and then another envelope. On this one I've glued that piece of lace. I didn't make it as a pocket, I just made it as decoration. On the other side we've got decoration on that envelope, and inside we have some tags and a journaling card. More journaling pages here. Here we've got this lovely, this I did on my die cutting machine, and it's 3 dragonflies, and I like that on its own, the pink and brown. I think it just looks so pretty. But I glued it down the sides and across the bottom so that we could pop some journaling cards in there, and I put in that one with the brown on it to match. Over here we've got this little, it's just a little decoration for the corner, but it can be folded down like this. It is a 3-piece little thing that I made with some tiny little grommets, or brads I think they're called. And you can bring it down like that, and if you really wanted to you could write something on the back, and then it will fold up again and just look like a little decoration on the corner of your page. Love that. More journaling. This is a policy closure envelope, so you unwind the string like that, and when you look inside you can write all over the inside of there, and it's got some journaling cards inside as well. But you can, you know, you don't have to keep inside there what's inside. You can put whatever you want in there. Let's just line that back up again. Then we've got a lovely picture of that fruit tart there. Here we've got another junk mail envelope that I've decorated. It has a pocket on the front, and I've put a journaling card in there that shows through the pocket, and it shows those pretty mushrooms through there. But yeah, the journaling card can be taken out, journaled on the back of, and popped back in. Or if you take that out, it does still have a decorated, I did decorate the back of the envelope and not just leave it. It does have some decorative paper on the back of there, so yeah, it's up to you what you pop in there. But there's quite a few bits in there. There's a piece of folded paper, there's a tag, and there's 2 journaling cards, so they can be popped in there. On here we've got the Crooked Man. Over the page we've got another envelope that has journaling things inside there. We've got more journaling space, lovely picture of that fruit tart there. Over here we've got another tuck spot with some journaling cards in it. We've got this fabric which I glued on to the edge of the page as a decoration, and I left that bit on there because it's got that pretty flower on it, but if you didn't like that bit sticking out of the top, it can easily just be trimmed across the top there. Over here we've got the flap of an envelope, and then on the other side is the envelope. You can lift that up, you can journal on here, and you can journal on the things that are inside the envelope too. You could put some photographs in the envelope and journal about the photographs on there. We've got a little decoration there again, more journaling space. Then we've got a very crooked crooked sticker of a squirrel on there. It's got a little bit crooked, that has. We've got the red edge on that envelope. On the other side we've got a little tuck spot with a tag in it, and actually inside the envelope we've got some journaling cards. There's a little flower there and a page tag. We've got another we've got another one of these little tags that has got a little, I love that little pendant thing there. It's got a little flower on it, and on the back it says William Morris and someone else, and it's pinned on with a bulb pin. If you didn't like that, you could just remove it, or if you wanted to move it, say put it on your, you could maybe put it on your bookmark or on the back cover. You know, sometimes people don't like these pinned to the pages, so don't think just because it's there you've got to have it there. You can, nothing is permanent. You can move it wherever you want it, or just remove it altogether. Another little vase which I would put a plant or flower coming out of. A little pocket here with folded paper and a journaling card in there, and I glued that whole thing down to the page. And I love, this is a set of 4 little stamps, and I used 4 different colours, 2 different colours of green and 2 different colours of lilac and purple. I absolutely love that. Then over the page we've got another one of my favourite florals. We've got more journaling, another doily, a blue flower on there which I really like, and it matches the blue flowers on here. And then I put that washi tape because it had the green, the yellow and the blue in it. Over the page we have got this belly band. Again, I left the top on there, but it can easily be trimmed off. I tucked 3 journaling cards behind there. On this page we've got this little fold down envelope, so you can fold it out and you can write on the whole of that envelope, and you can write on the journaling cards too, or you could just pop something in there, pop some photographs in there, whatever you wanted to. It's got chanterelle across the top there, which is a type of mushroom. Then onto the last page of that signature, and we have got a really long piece, 2 really long pieces in here. One is a tag and one is a piece of paper, and it goes all the way down to the bottom of the page. We've got this, which is one of my favourite journaling cards in the whole journal. And then in the bottom we've got a little tag and a mason jar. So lots of journaling to be done on there. So that was the final flip through of my wonderful mushroom journal before it goes up for sale. Hopefully it'll get sold and someone will get a lot of pleasure from it. That is my wish. I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.